Saturday the 22nd, local swell trackers, happy holidays. We've got some holidays on the way. We're going to start off with a little something different. The wave watch heights generated these graphs here for you. I've got this at surfnewsnetwork.com on the top left link. We are looking at this swell right here from the north. It calls it conservatively. It'll be up to probably 9 feet today at Laniakea. You can see the 360 to about 20 north-northeast. That's the main swell for the next several days. The forerunners down here on the periods were 23 seconds. You look at these swell periods, you can see each event when they pop with these long period forerunners, and each one of these represent a new event. Those hit first, and then you come up here and you take a look at the directions, and then up here how big it's going to be. So the first one, they're undercalled here, but you can always add about 15% onto these. So this one's going to be more like, the swell will be about 6 to 8, maybe 10 feet at Lonnie's. This next one will be even bigger on Christmas Day. Should be a northwest swell. See the green down here, about 310, 320. That one should be up to 8 to 12. And then we have another one that's near about that size with very long period forerunners. The jet stream is game on, and we are slamming with tons of swells. Here's the first one. We're getting a direct hit with some sideband swell. Most of the energy heading off to our northeast. California getting it. We have got this next Christmas Day swell of 8 to 12 feet. They finish their journey in the South Pac. Yep, they do see the waves from these. Here comes the next one for a few days later, and here comes another one on its heels, and some of these could reach heights of 10 to 15 with the outer reefs cracking. Again, long-range forecasts are a bit blurry, but just wanted to give you a heads up. We also have swell trains moving up from the South Pacific, reaching California and the Americas, and even us. The one we have right now is 2 to 3, maybe a plus. That came from over a week ago down under, and we have another one that could boost us up on the 27th and 28th. So our North and South Pacific Ocean is working its magic this holiday season. So let's take a look down under. Saturday the 15th. This is hindcasting. Here's the storm with some storm force gales inside of it, sending up the swell that we're seeing now. And if you look at the calendar, this is a nice winter caliber storm for down under, the austral winter. But yeah, it's our winter, so this is pretty cool seeing this right here. It's just like us during the summer getting a nice big northwester. So here she comes. Spins out and brings us a long-lasting south-southwest swell. That's what we're going to see. And then we got a little bit of a spinner right there, and that'll pump us up for about the 27th and 28th. That one kind of gets under French Polynesia or Tahiti right here. So again, two sources bringing us waves all the way through the end of December. That's awesome. Let's take a look at what's going on down under today, and then we'll get to the real action up North Pac. So clicking in the animation, you can see there's nothing going on after this 27th swell. Then we might see a little bit of something from that, and that would be January 1st. Nothing special, and that might not occur. It might not be powerful enough. Now let's take a look at the North Pac. This is from Wednesday the 19th. Here's that huge storm with some, severe to storm force gales, sending giant waves to the northwest up there, Mendocino and up, just giant, 20 feet at least. We're seeing some swell. Laniakea will probably get up to about, at least 8, maybe even 10, maybe a couple straggling, maybe a couple of rogue 10-foot sets out of this guy. And it was off to our east, but it's still big enough and wide enough to send a sideband swell. And then we quiet down. Now let's get to the current models. Here we are today. There's the remnant of that big swell that's hitting California right now, bringing great waves to the whole coastline. We got our first spinner, that one right there with a captured fetch. You see how the center of the storm moves down towards us, and then the fetch on its southwest flank follows it and allows for greater swell development, grips the surface better, and allows that storm to develop its full potential. There's the next one that travels pretty zonal, west to east, but it's a big one, so we're going to claim 8 to 12 out of that one on Christmas Day. And then we even have another one with even stronger winds, and look at that one. The last one is really close to us. Again, looking at just big winter caliber swells. We're finally in there. So here's why. See the jet, the large upper air currents, they're consolidated and deep all the way out past the date line. This jet stream even passes to our east over the long haul into the new year, and it enhances and steers those storms. So we're looking good. Down under, we pretty much go to sleep here for at least out 7 days, but we need to count our blessings at any rate, because we've seen a couple dips up like this towards us with that one system I was showing you, and we'll probably be rideable all the way into the new year from down under. But really where the action is, man, that jet stream has completely changed its character, and now we are into the winter pattern. Okay, let's do the surface charts hand-drawn for you to show you exactly where those highs are. All the storm activity, the large counterclockwise spinning low over here that I was pointing to, that is bringing in us our epic 8 to maybe 10 foot north today and north-northeast tomorrow. That's pushed the high and weakened it. So we are looking now at light to moderate trade winds and maybe even veering east-southeast on Sunday. Another high comes in, but there's low pressures in between them. There's our low pressure over here for our Christmas Day swell, and they're just going to be following right along with those high pressures now no longer able to dominate. It looks like light trade winds from here on out, and that pattern of 15 to 35 mile per hour trades is out of here, at least for now. Okay, you can see almost a slight east-southeast easterly tilt to those wind flows. So super east, so super clean on the North Shore all the way into next week. You can see the big size of that spinner over here for our north swell. And then the high pressure has moved down, but highs are going to be about 82, lows about 70. And all in all, we do have scattered to broken clouds, and the showers focus mainly windward and Malca, which is pretty typical. And that is the update. Wax the bigger boards and stay here at surfnewsnetwork.com. We're stoked to have your support. Aloha.